I'm often asked by people, Brendon, how do you really deal with disappointment? And I always wonder why they ask that. I mean, do they think I walk around feeling disappointed all the time? Have I failed that much in my life so publicly that it looks like I must be carrying disappointment everywhere I go? Maybe they see my face and think, when he looks in the mirror in the morning, he must be a little disappointed. I never really know why they ask that question. I find it kind of funny, actually. You see, I think disappointment is one of those things that too many people spend too much time thinking about. It's unfortunate that so many struggle with it, because when you reach a higher level of awareness, you start to see that disappointment is something we make up in our own minds. It's a story we tell ourselves. There's really nothing to be disappointed about because everything that happens is happening exactly as it's supposed to. The universe doesn't make mistakes. When you learn to allow and accept life as it is right now, based on where you are and what's already happened, then there's nothing negative left to feel. But here's what usually happens. People around you will say, I know how you can handle your disappointments. You just need to lower your expectations. They'll tell you your standards are too high. That's why you feel bad when you don't meet them. If you lower your expectations, you won't feel disappointed. And I just think, what? That's nonsense. Everything that has ever made humanity great, every achievement, every invention, every breakthrough came from people who didn't lower their expectations. It came from people who dreamed big, who demanded more from themselves and from life. There is absolutely nothing wrong with expecting a lot from yourself. You should expect a lot from yourself. I expect a lot from me. And I expect a lot from you. If we didn't hold ourselves to high standards, where would we be? We'd be lost, undisciplined, maybe even doing things we'd regret. Having high standards keeps you sharp. It keeps you growing. There's nothing intelligent or honorable about lowering your standards just to avoid feeling disappointed. So yes, have high standards. Have big visions. Dream bold, go for the gold. Reach for the stars, why not? There's nothing wrong with wanting the best for yourself. Just remember that the path won't be perfect. It never will be. You've got to understand that the process will always be messy, challenging, and full of mistakes. Expect the struggle. Anticipate the lessons. That's what helps you separate yourself from the negative emotions tied to disappointment. If I know that whatever I create won't be perfect, I can relax. If I understand that what I put out there is part of my growth, then it's okay when it's not amazing right away. Perfection doesn't exist. We can keep improving things, keep refining, keep learning, but we'll never reach a point called perfection. And when you realize that, disappointment just doesn't make sense anymore. There's nothing in me that says it has to be flawless. What I say is, I'll do my best. I'll put it out there. I'll learn from it. I'll adjust. I'll keep getting better. That's how progress happens. That's how mastery happens. Along that journey, things might not be perfect, but they'll be meaningful. And that's enough. I trust that the universe will reward me for showing up and giving my best, even if the outcome isn't perfect. Disappointment is something we invent in our heads. It's a feeling that says, I expected this and it didn't happen. But that doesn't mean you failed. It just means reality was different. You can't let that small gap between expectation and reality destroy your peace. Feeling bad for yourself won't change anything. There are endless reasons to feel pessimistic, regretful, frustrated, or angry about life. But none of those emotions help you move forward. Not one of them. Disappointment is really a disservice to yourself. It takes energy away from progress. You can be dissatisfied sometimes, sure, that's how we improve, but you don't have to let that turn into disappointment. Right now, I'm satisfied with this day. I'm satisfied with this moment. My shirt might be ugly, but I'm fine with it. Everything's working out. Everything's okay. That's what it means to accept the present moment. Being satisfied with where you are doesn't mean you stop growing. It just means you stop fighting the moment. If I can be fully present, if I can accept this moment for what it is, then I'm free to enjoy it. But if I walk around constantly dissatisfied, frustrated, and disappointed, what kind of life is that? What kind of peace can I ever have? You've got to look at these emotions and ask yourself, do they serve me? If the answer is no, then it's time to take control. It's time to say, I'm not going to let that emotion win today. You have the power to decide where your energy goes. You can choose to stop feeding disappointment and start feeding growth instead. Every day, I make the decision not to give disappointment power. Instead of asking, why didn't this work out? I ask, what did I learn? Because when you focus on learning, you shift your entire energy. Suddenly, you're not disappointed. You're curious. You're motivated. You're growing. And growth feels good. I'm never disappointed because I'm too focused on the mastery that's being gained. Think about that for a moment. I'm too busy learning to be disappointed. People will ask, aren't you upset that your plan didn't work perfectly? And I'll say, no, I learned a ton. I'll do it better next time. They'll ask, Weren't you disappointed that your project didn't hit the numbers you wanted? No, not at all. I did my best. I learned what worked and what didn't. That's progress. That's real success. When you have a learning mindset, disappointment doesn't stand a chance. Every outcome becomes information. Every setback becomes feedback. Every day becomes part of the process. You stop judging yourself so harshly and start getting excited about getting better. So what did you learn today? Maybe something didn't go as planned. That's okay. Learn from it. Smile at it. Move forward. That's life. Because disappointment is optional. Growth is not.